Cam here, and today we're going to be talking about what really causes erectile dysfunction. It's not what you think. If you get something out of today's video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on how it helped you. I love hearing from all you guys, and it also lets me know what you need. And I do some one-on-one coaching with men, so if you're interested, there's a link below on how to get a hold of me. Let's get started. Cam here. So today is going to be a very interesting video. I have been debating whether or not I wanted to do this video, and I've been thinking about a lot of different ways to do it because it's kind of uncomfortable. So the truth often hurts, and I'm going to do it as gently as I can, but I'm not going to be that gentle. So I get asked what causes erectile dysfunction by some of my clients, and I don't get asked enough. But it's a question that when you're struggling with erectile dysfunction is really important. And I think a lot of men, when they're struggling with this problem, they confuse symptoms with what's causing it. And so when I'm talking about what's causing it, I mean down at the bottom. So if you imagine taking your car to a mechanic because the check engine light's on, and if you ask the mechanic to make the light go away, and the mechanic pulls out a set of wire cutters and cuts the wire, and then the light turns off, it'll fix the symptom, but it's not fixing the problem. And so the way that I try to deal with erectile dysfunction is to fix the problem. And so in order to fix the problem, we have to look at what is the problem. And it's uncomfortable. And you're not going to like it. The real truth about what's causing your erectile dysfunction, the core problem, is you. You're causing it. So what I mean by that is that you've built a lot of patterns in your life. Our life is really just a printout of our subconscious. We do a lot of things unconsciously without realizing it. Every day when you brush your teeth, you're probably not paying attention to the movements that you're making with your shoulder and your arm to brush your teeth. And you're probably not paying attention when you tie your shoes, or you can drive to work and you can show up there and you can think, I barely even remember driving there. Or some of us have been through the experience of moving and we accidentally drive home from work to our old house because we weren't paying attention. Our subconscious works on patterns. And so basically what's happening right now is that who you are, the person that you think of yourself as, is a whole lot of these patterns. What you like to eat, what you like to watch on TV, the kind of people you like to be around, how you dress. And the person that you are right now is always going to have erectile dysfunction. That's the truth. Right? Uncomfortable. It's not what you wanted to hear. But, and there is a but, and it's a very important but, you don't have to be the person that you are now. In fact, it's almost impossible for you to be the person that you are now, because those patterns that are in your life, they're either going to get more destructive or they're going to get less destructive, and you get to choose. And so for any of you who are addicted to porn, and you realize you're addicted to porn and you want to stop, you're coming face to face with one of these patterns, and you realize this pattern is causing me problems. For me, it took a long time to realize that, but after I started realizing that I had an issue with porn addiction, it took me almost 2 years to overcome it fully, because that patterning was so strong for me. But I had started masturbating when I was 7 years old, and I masturbated 6 to 10 times a day. And I don't know exactly what age I discovered porn, but it was probably around 12, 13. And so I had decades of high-speed internet porn abuse. And it took a long time to undo those patterns in my life. And patterns like porn will cause this. But those aren't the real ones. The ones that you really need to look at are the ones that are causing you to be insecure. And when we're looking at erectile dysfunction, what's happening is that your body is in fight or flight. And so I'm going to link right here to my venous leak video, because in my venous leak video, I talk more about the mechanisms of how erections happen and why a lot of men mistake venous leak for the cause of their erectile dysfunction. But what we're really looking at here is that there's an insecurity. There's a fear. There's something deep down there that is keeping you going through these patterns. And if you feel anxious, during the day, if you don't have a lot of confidence, sexually or otherwise, these things are all intertwined. Sex is not a box that you can check there's a problem here or there's not a problem here. The problem is happening in your entire life. Sex is one aspect of it. Most men who are dealing with ED will tell you, if I could just take care of this ED problem, the rest of my life would be better. You already know this. You already know that this is causing problems in the rest of your life. You're probably struggling with depression because of it. So what do? Look at the patterns in your life. What is destructive? You have to put your mind, you have to take it out of the state where all it's doing is sitting there worrying about, am I ever going to get hard again? Am I ever going to be a man? Am I ever going to be able to have sex again? And you have to use your mind for what it's for. Your mind is really good at solving problems. But if you don't direct your mind will direct you. It'll fall into all of those loops. Every time that you sit there and you think about, oh, my dick is too small, or oh, I'm never going to be able to have sex with that girl I like. Most of the time, if you pay attention to your thoughts, it's just loops. You will say the same fucking thing over and over and over and over and over again and over again and over again. And if you pay attention to how you feel while you're thinking those thoughts, you feel like shit. The best way to tell if you're caught in one of those loops is pay attention to how you feel. When you feel like shit, there's a very high likelihood that what's happening is that you're thinking something that's very mean to yourself, or that's just not what you want. And so when you're trying to learn how to take control of your life, you're trying to learn how to fix your ED or your performance anxiety or whatever it is, you have to start paying attention to how you feel. And you have to start living your life more based on what happens when I do this. Do I feel good when I get up every morning earlier than I'm used to doing and I go work out because I haven't done that in a while? Do I feel good about myself after I watch porn? And the more that you pay attention to your feelings and their relationship to your actions and your thoughts to your feelings, the more that you will start to realize that you're causing your problem. You're causing your ED. Every time you start to get close to a woman or a man that you want to have sex with, you start thinking about that ED. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to get hard. And then the soundtrack plays. And then what do? You back off because you've had the experience of you tried to have sex with someone and it didn't work out. You're causing this issue. It's you. But you don't have to stay the same. You don't have to be the same you. If you look at anyone who's accomplished anything that's like worth talking about, they're not the same person they were when they started. If you look at business people, if you look at athletes, if you look at chess champions or people who started a restaurant or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. The person they were when they started the journey is not the person they were when they finished it. When you are standing there looking at yourself after erectile dysfunction is in your past, you're going to be a different person. You have to change. There's no way that you can stay the same and overcome this problem because you're creating it. You have to make changes in your life. The hardest part about coaching men through this problem is that they don't want to change. What they want to do is they want to sit there and they want to watch porn and they want to jerk off 3 times a day and they want to not have to go out and be uncomfortable and like push past their fear barriers with the person that they want to hook up with, or they want to be able to have casual sex, and then they want to just change nothing in their life and then they want this problem to go away. It doesn't happen like that. That's a fantasy. There is no easy way out. It's why pills don't work. You can take Cialis for a while. Good luck. You're going to be back on my channel soon. I'm not saying that because I'm cocky. I'm saying that because I've done it. I've lived through this problem. I try to take every shortcut. I try to do everything that I could to make sure that I didn't have to change. And eventually I just got so fucking sick of it that I had to change. I didn't have another option. And when you get to that point and you're ready to change, you will change. I promise you. The men that I work with tend to be at that point. I don't want to work with people who aren't at that point, because if you still think, oh, well, you know, I want to overcome this, but I'm going to still sit there and watch porn whenever I want, it's not going to work. Or, oh, you know, well, I'm just going to, you know, back away from somebody and not talk about my problems. Like, it doesn't work that way. You have to be the person who is worthy of being on the other side of this. And I'm not saying you're not a worthy person. I'm not shitting on you. Whoever you are, who you're watching this, I like you. I care about you. I know what it's like to be where you're at. I love you. I know what it's like. I feel that pain. I don't want you to go through that pain. But I can't magically take it away. That pain is there. Where you're at in your life right now is a result of all the things you've done before. You have to make changes. These changes are possible to make. They're not easy. They're uncomfortable. But they're doable. And when you do it, it's so worth it. I can't tell you how worth it is to be on the other side of this problem. My life is so much better. And it's not because I can have sex. Sex is a fantastic benefit. But when you make these changes in your life, everything gets better. The question is, are you going to do that? What are you going to do to make these changes in your life? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to put in effort? Are you willing to spend money? Are you willing to spend time? Because all of those things are most likely going to happen. I spent years of my life, I literally quit my job and dedicated my life to doing this, and I spent $150,000. That's how dedicated I was. I'm not saying that you have to do that. For most people, that's not reasonable. Honestly, it wasn't reasonable for me. But you have to make changes. That's the most important thing to understand. You are not going to do the same things that you do every day right now and overcome this problem. But you can do it. I believe in you. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to not believe in yourself. I know what it's like to not believe that it's physical. Or to not believe that it's mental. I thought it was physical for a long time. I was so scared that I was never going to be able to get it up because I had some problem that prevent me from making it, or that from making me ever be able to get hard. But the truth is, that was just fear. Being afraid that that's what's happening is the fear that's keeping you stuck. You have to overcome that fear. There's a whole lot of fears and insecurities. I don't know all of them, but I've been through a lot of them. But this channel is about helping you. Just keep going. I'm going to keep making videos that'll help you, but you have to make changes. And for those of you that can, I help people through this for a living. I want to help you. I'll help you get through it quicker. I charge a lot, but it works. And your whole life is better. And if you can't afford it, I understand. I make free material for you because I want you to get through it too. I want everyone to get through this. This problem sucks. When you're on the other side of it, your life will be better. That's the best thing that I can offer you. You have to change. If you got something out of this video, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. What do you think? How did this impact you? Because this is me being raw. This is not me being sanitized for YouTube. I'm being raw. And I want to know, is this better for you or are the other videos that I'm giving better for you? Your feedback is going to dictate what happens a lot on this channel. I'm making it for you. So I need to know what you want. So please give me some feedback. Let me know what you need. Let me know what it's going to take for you to get through this. All right? Keep going. You can do it.